Okay, in this video, I'm going to be working with Buddy. Now, Buddy's still working on his foundation, but I had an idea what I wanted to work on today. I wanted to work on picking his feet up with a rope. But as with any training session or session when you're going to play with your horse, you have to work on the things they need first. So I always go through the basics. Can he yield his hindquarters? Can he go around a circle? Can he back up? Is he afraid of my tools? And before you can go forward, you have to fix those things. So when we first got Buddy, he was very shut down, didn't show any personality. So watch how I play with, I find the things I need to work on before the things I want to work on. So I got to fix those first. So got to remember, it's kind of cold out. He's been up for a day or so because the weather wasn't suitable to do anything. And so watch how we kind of go through this. And Penny's got some thoughts on what she does, what she wants y'all to see.
Hello everyone, glad to have you with us. This is going to be a fun video. I think you'll enjoy it.
So Buddy's 4, and he's kind of coming along, but he's putting more effort in to what I'm asking than what I wanted. So I asked him to yield his hindquarters, but he's running away from it. So he's evading it. So he's putting more effort in. So before I can go forward, I have to get him yielding his hindquarters before I can do anything else. So then also you'll see, I want you to notice how reactive he is to when I start putting rhythmic energy on either side of him, spanking the ground with the stick and string. So I keep doing that. You'll see me keep doing that till he stops and relaxes. Everything I'm doing, I want him to hurry up and stop and relax. Quit moving his feet. He relaxes pretty quick, but he comes out of it and puts energy back in pretty quick too. Even though he's quick to relax, he's also quick to flip the switch and go the other way. It's not his personality, but he's never been allowed to show this side of himself and show his personality. So you see here, I'm spanking the ground. He can throw a fit until he stops and relaxes. So what I want to teach him is when he stops and relaxes, that's when I stop. So he has control over me by stopping and relaxing. So there, he quit and I quit. So give him a chance to think about this for a second. He's like, wow, if I quit moving my feet and throwing my head and having a big time, he quits doing that. Makes him feel pretty powerful. Now what I'm going to do along here is walk and try to match his footsteps with mine. I'm going to mirror him or match him. But first I got to get him to yield his hindquarters. And there he goes again. He's on his little temper tantrum. It's not so much a temper tantrum as he's just trying to figure out how to control me.
And I think he gets confused.
Because
he's a baby. I mean, he's still young and inexperienced.
Well, he has ideas, and he's trying to see if the things he does will affect me. So a lot of times, all I do is just keep doing the things that I'm doing until he settles and relaxes, and then we go on. So horses are masters at trying to distract you or get you to look over here or over there or do something different than what you're asking them to do. See, he's throwing his head up in the air. He's trying to go left, go right. Well, I keep switching sides with my stick and string till he says, okay, never mind. It's too much energy to put into that. Then when he relaxes, I quit. So we're instilling the idea of the less you do, the less I'll do. If I ask you to do something, just do a little bit. You don't have to do a lot. Don't put a lot of effort in.
So he kind of jumps around because by nature we think of him as being more whoa than go kind of horse, but he jumps from being more whoa to more go, and from more of a thinker to more of a reactor, and back and forth. It's interesting.
But if you notice that last hindquarter yield his hindquarters from his left side was much better than when we started. And we weren't working on yielding the hindquarters. We had to do other things before I could get his hindquarters to yield quietly, softly away from me. Sometimes you can't focus on the thing that's bad because that, or what they're not doing right, because actually what the issue is somewhere else.
And variety is the spice of life, so you kind of mix it up a little bit. You're not just trying to dwell on that one thing that you're trying to get accomplished. You're doing what your horse needs you to do to help him get back more into the perfect horse.
The reason I had to change my focus and not keep yielding his hindquarters is because, see, he was running away from it instead of moving away from it. It's a big difference. So you can go back and watch that again and see the difference. Then after I changed and got him to relax and not have his issue with spanking the ground, the excessive movement, then he got to thinking. He went from reacting to thinking. Okay, so now I'm kind of doing the little drive thing I do. I walk with the stick in the middle where the saddle is, where I'd be sitting in the saddle. And I put the stick back to his hips to ask him to go forward. Then I bring the stick up over his head and ask him to back up. And the whole time I'm actually trying to walk along and mirror his front footsteps. So now I'm going with him, and I'm kind of asking him to go along with me. But I'm trying to move with him. And that was a really nice canter depart. So here's what I'm doing. I'm turning the volume up, and I'm bringing it back down. Lots of stop and rewards. Lots of stops, and give him credit for the little things he's doing right. If you notice the big change he's made, he's gone from reactive. Once he's got ideas to, this is fun. That's a really nice canter depart, even though he's still exuberant, throwing his head up in the air. Because remember, he just walked out of the stall, and it's cold out. And no, I didn't let him run around. So what I want to do is control his emotions, his exuberance, and this will go a long way to when you're riding. This is the end game. How can we mold them and get them to buy in to being our partner? Because this is the horse I'd rather ride than the horse that came in to the round pen. Now, this isn't what I thought I was going to work on him with today, but this is where I had to start before I could go and do what I wanted to do. And it's okay. That's just how it is. That's the way just about every training session or play session with your horse should be. We have an idea what we want to do, but we may have to end up going back or doing something that they need done to fill in the foundation or get the basics good, because there's no sense going forward if he can't yield his hindquarters and he's running away from it.
Very good. Well, I enjoy watching this. Little buddy, he's cute, and he learns fast. Because he came to us broke to ride, so to speak, but he really didn't know any groundwork or any kind of foundation stuff. He just was kind of shut down. So we're getting to see the real horse inside.
And that's it. You can put patches over things, but the foundation, the basics, the very beginning will always break down. Well, let's say if you go past it and don't have it good, it'll break down, and you don't know when it's going to break down and fall apart. So we rise to the level of our training, and if our training has holes in it, it's going to bite us in the butt somewhere. So we're going back and fixing all the little things that the little buddy didn't have as a start. You know, you can't go to 11th grade when you failed second, because if you don't know what 3 and 3 is, how can you do algebra? So you got to get the foundation. You got to get where all the starting things. And as you can see, we're working through his going to the left. He's going to the right pretty good, or going to the left.
He kind of gets excited, like, "Look at me! Did you see that?"
Yeah.
He stops and like, "Look, did you see that, Joe?" He's very cool. He's a lot of fun.
He's going to make someone a really nice horse. And getting all these little things instilled in him and put in. What I love about him is he puts a lot of energy in, and then he's over. It's over. So a lot of this is just being a baby, putting some time in and miles. And it's cold. So, but you get to see that they don't all come out being perfect.
No, because he is totally just learning all this.
Yeah. So that was a good little canter depart, even if it was just a stride going to his right. So that's okay. It'll get better. There, that was really nice. And it's not mindless circles. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. You can watch this several times. And thank you all for watching.
Yeah, be sure to watch the next part of Buddy on our next video. It'll be more of the groundwork that he's working on. Thank y'all for watching.
Bye-bye.